I believe our brother Peter, in his writings in 1 Peter, and makes it very clear to us that if you live in a human body, there's going to be times of suffering. And it's true. And of course, as you get older, then you find that the suffering becomes more intense oftentimes. I'm amazed to sit and watch a football game, and I see these young men just throwing their bodies around, and I'm going, do they not realize that when they get to be my age, they'll pay a price for all of that? But then when you're young, you don't think about things of that nature. You just take life for granted, and good health will always be. But Peter says, not so. There will be suffering in this life. And of course, if you are a person who's a believer, that doesn't exempt you from suffering. And I believe that the suffering he's talking about is a suffering in our bodies, as Jesus, who took on flesh, experienced what it was like to live in a body. But then Peter gives us some wisdom. He says, as you are living on this earth in this body, don't allow yourself to be caught up with things that will cause harm to others, as a murderer or a thief or a liar, keeping in mind that as believers and as non-believers, we have to live in this society as people who understand that my actions will affect the actions of other people. We should not be selfish in that, because what happens is when people become so focused upon their own bodies, upon their own selves, with little regard to anyone else, then this brings chaos throughout society. And we know who the author of the chaos is. That would be the devil himself, who seeks to create chaos. He seeks to enhance suffering. Why? Why is it that the devil is so caught up in bringing these things into us as humans? Well, it's simply this. He wants us to become so focused upon our human bodies and the sufferings that we deal with as our body begins to break down, and he wants us to blame God. Why? So that he can take us out of the realm of faith into a realm of accusation toward God, even denial of God. And then the devil has got you right where he wants you, in his dominion. Because his dominion is not about life and the joys of life. It's about captivating us or capturing us forever in the dominions of darkness and hell. Because the devil is all about death. He's all about death. And if he can chain you in death out of faith and fellowship with God for eternity. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.